Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here for another segment of Discovery Days. So, of course, like always, let's first start off by thanking our free family sponsors at the Chickasaw Nation and at the Inasmuch Foundation for making Discovery Days possible. Alrighty, so as many of you guys know, here at the Oklahoma Hall of Fame Museum, our mission is to tell our state's story through its people, as we believe that future generations of Oklahomans, including our lovely viewers out there, are going to be changing the world. Alrighty, so for today's Hall of Fame member feature is Alfre Woodard, who's originally from Tulsa. So Woodard is a famous actress who has had an Oscar nomination, Emmy nomination, an Emmy Award, and a Golden Globe. She was also named on one of the most beautiful people in America by People magazine. Some of her recent notable work has been in Steve McQueen's 12 Years a Slave in the role of Mistress Harriet Shaw, and of course, The Lion King, the live action Lion King, as Sarabi. She has also worked for President Obama's Committee on Arts and Humanities. So Alfre Woodard does a lot of work promoting, of course, acting as a form of art and trying to connect that back to the community. Alrighty, so for today's story time, we're going to be reading Born on Broadway because, of course, Alfre Woodard is an actress. We, of course, have to read something about Broadway, of course. So let me go ahead and switch my camera so you guys can read the book along with me. Okay, awesome. So here's the book right here. The inside and the title page, again, Born on Broadway. Okay, it looks like we're going to start off by the Starlight Theater. The cold winds of a winter's day swished against Annie's red dress. It was another night in front of Broadway lights, and she had tailored her outfit to impress. She hadn't been in the audience that evening, but she still could recite every song. Perched behind the rail near the stage door outside, she waited for the show's actors to come along. "Why do you come here every night?" the usher asked. "You just stand out front and never see the show." "I want to prepare myself, because one day," Annie replied, "I'll be inside every night. That I know." I love that Annie has the confidence to know what she wants and where she'll be. The usher smiled and moved on as he helped the actors now emerging for their fans. Annie gazed with wonder and respect as the performers and staff headed for their vans. Annie's off. "I'll be in that spot someday," Annie whispered as she strolled back to her home in the dark. The lights of Broadway were out of her sight by now, but the glow of her ambition lit up Central Park. There she is, strolling on home. Oh no, it's not very colorful at home. "Why did you go out with your brother?" her mother Rose yelled when she arrived at her uptown home very late. "Oh, Mom, lay off her." Her brother Evan quickly responded, "She goes out every night, and besides, I had a date." "I don't get why you keep doing it every night," her impatient mother said as she paced. "Getting a gig on Broadway is nearly impossible, and for you to keep fantasizing about it is a waste." Annie escaped to her room in the back, a place she had referred to as the Phantom's Lair. Like the opera's ghost, place of love and song, she would reveal in her grand visions alone there. Looks like Annie made a little audience, preparing herself to go on Broadway, right? She fell asleep with the show's program in hand, her mother's word provoking a wicked cry. Her expectations are like gravity, she thought. They are both things I can defy. Looks like Annie in multiple musicals on Broadway now, right? And a new energy flowed through Annie the next day, an excitement that lingered for years to come. In classes and jobs, she met many others with her dream. But The hard work to achieve it was only carried out by some. Auditions today. Looks like Annie's all grown up and getting ready to audition. One night she arrived on an audition for a chorus part in the show that had a director she admired. She knew the show's script like the back of her hand, but was still nervous that she wouldn't be hired. Walking in, the director took notice of her attire, a lion-shaped bag and a newsboy-inspired hat. You must be quite the fan of theater, he giggled. I can certainly appreciate that. Annie found herself trying not to blush. Thanks, was all she was able to muster. She hoped he'd appreciate more than her outfit and that her performing skills hadn't lost their luster. She made her way on stage, expecting to just stand, but was surprised when she was asked to sing. I'm guessing you know the words already, the director smiled, as he replaced the script with a teacher's bell to ring. A few hours later, after she sung many times, the director rose from his seat. I think we've found who we've been looking for, he applauded. Our audience are in for a big treat. Good for Annie. Good that she found her gig. Annie, all smiles, called home an hour later. Her mom said, working late hours again tonight? Yes, Annie responded with a gleam in her eye, and tomorrow my name will be shining there in the lights. Oops, there we go. As she hung up the phone, her mother stood puzzled. Little did she know that what was coming her way. The next morning, she awoke to an invitation from Annie's director, saying her daughter would that night be on Broadway. There she is, Annie, all ready to be born on Broadway. That evening, Annie peered from behind the curtains, seeing her family there eagerly waiting her debut. They were stunned. This moment had finally arrived, and with the fire inside of her to succeed, Annie always knew. Oops. There we go. There she is singing. She knew she was born to be on Broadway, and as her cue hit and she walked into the light, Annie knew anyone could be in her shoes if she worked hard to make her dreams take flight. And that concludes today's story of our friend Annie making it on Broadway. So I hope you guys enjoyed that story. And that, of course, leads us to today's craft. We're actually going to be making a little lion mask out of a paper plate, popsicle sticks, and you're going to need materials in the colors of orange, yellow, and brown. So it can be either construction paper like this or tissue paper, whatever works. But of course, we're actually going to be making a lion mask, of course, inspired by Annie's bag in the book, but also inspired by Alfre Woodard's role in The Lion King. So I'll go ahead. You guys can pause the video and get all your supplies ready. And now that you've unpaused it, we're going to get ready. Of course, we need to cut out this inner circle in order to fit our own faces on it. So I think it would be easy if I folded the paper plate in half, but not just slightly fold it. We don't want to really indent it. And then maybe indent it a little so it'd be easier to cut. And then cut up the inside, the inner circle. Luckily, it's already has a little indentation to show you where to cut. So that's what I'm cutting along right now. Oops. There we go. I got my inner circle out. So I can toss this. I can use it for other crafts. But the next part, I think it would be helpful if we color the inside maybe brown, and that way it's not white against all the other paper. So I'm going to go ahead and start coloring just very quickly. This part might be a little bit difficult since obviously the plate is round, but don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect because we will just cover it up with other supplies, you know. But I hope everyone has had a good Tuesday and of course a good start to their week. Now we're definitely coming towards the end of the month. That kind of flew by. Oops. Flew by. And then I know for us at the Hall of Fame, we're going to be starting Summer Thursday soon. And hopefully we're able to come back with Discovery Days in the fall. But of course, keep an eye out, look through your emails or on our website to see, the announcements of what we're going to do. But I really enjoyed Discovery Days with you all. Hope you guys enjoyed them too. If you want, the videos are online, so you can always refer back to them in the summertime. Alrighty, so I got most of my paper, well, some of my paper plate colored already. So the next steps I want to do is go ahead and start placing orange and yellow strips, like I said, either tissue paper or yellow construction papers, and kind of sticking it around the circle, around the paper plate. That way it looks like the lines made, right? So I'm gonna cut these in half. At least I have orange strips. I have a lot of them. So I'm gonna cut them in half because I don't need them to be that long, That'll do. They can be in half. So I'm gonna do them again. This craft is gonna be really fun because you have your own, you're making your own mask based off The Lion King, another classic Broadway musical. But then you're able to make the main have different textures. So I'm gonna start off with the orange strips. I'm gonna start placing glue. I'm gonna do it in sections so it doesn't dry up terribly fast. And luckily the glue's shiny so I can remember where I stuck it. And like I said, I'm just gonna do sections. I'm gonna space them out and I can always add more where I need them. So like I said, adding more glue, just like that. And then pressing them together so it sticks. Okay, now let me do some more on this side. Like that, and then that might be my last one. Oops, move that. Awesome. So the next step is going to be adding your yellow, but I think I'm actually going to trim my orange strips because they're a little bit long. So I'm going to start trimming them. You can kind of see it as like you're giving a lion maybe a haircut. But clearly this lion is very gentle. It won't try to roar at you for trimming its mane. I'm gonna cut it a little bit and I'll save these pieces if I need more. So I'll go ahead and start using my yellow strips of tissue paper. So I'm gonna start cutting along the middle. Whoops. Same thing, I'm gonna start making them into tiny pieces. I have to start ripping these because I have glue on me. So it's kind of hard to cut these pieces. But that's okay. I might not even need that much yellow tissue paper. I think this might be enough, really. Like I said, I'm gonna start cutting them in pieces. Okay, and then I'm just gonna add more glue just in case it already dried. And another piece like that. And then since I have so many extra orange pieces, I'm gonna go ahead and put some right here in the middle. If you think about it, I know it looks right now looks way more like the sun than a lion, but we're gonna get to that process in just a second. So I'm going to cut these pieces a little bit more. Place them like that. And like that. Oops. So I'm basically going to do the repeat all these steps until I'm completely done with the lion's mane. Adding more glue for my orange pieces. Just like that. But I'm almost done. I'm kind of halfway there, right? Do you agree? There we go. And then let me find another orange piece. See, it was good that I trimmed my orange pieces so I can add some more dimension. So you can place your orange and yellow strips however you want. If you wanted to be in exact order, like orange, yellow, you're more than welcome to do that as well. The idea is just, making the lion's mane together. And you can construct it all on your own. It can be your own design. Oops. Trying to get that to stick. Awesome. Just 2 more placements and we should be done with this part. Oh, I might need some extra yellow. That's fine. And then 1 more orange right there. This one doesn't want to stick. Go ahead and just tear apart some yellow. What am I saying? Yellow tissue paper like that. And then glue on my last pieces. Oops. Just like that. And like I said, 1 final orange piece. I think I'm just going to do this one. And fun. So now we have our lion's mane right there. Looks more like the sun. But of course, now we're going to add some ears to our lion. So that's why you might need some brown construction paper. But if you don't have brown construction paper, white paper that you use either with a brown marker or crayon works just fine. So what I'm doing, I'm going to fold up my brown construction paper so it's easier to cut out the ears. I can get, the 2-for-1 kind of deal. So I'll fold it in half just like this. And then I'm going to do kind of like a half of a circle or oval really. I'm going to make sure I have big enough ears. Like that. I can put that aside and then cut these in half. They look a little bit more like bear ears, but that's okay. That is completely fine. So I'm going to try. There we go. So I'm going to do next, I'm going to flip over my paper plate and then add some glue to the bottom of my brown, I guess, half circles or half ovals and stick them right there. And have to press kind of hard. But that's okay because paper plate can always come back, but it always bounces back, right? Like that, and do the same thing on the other one. Just add some glue at the bottom edge and then stick it to the back of the paper plate. Well, if I have so much glue on me that everything wants to stick to me rather than the paper, that's okay. You might have to press down for it to like not lift up. But that's fine. So final step, and of course, if you have a popsicle stick, you want to be sure you're able to hold your little mask almost like not to say a puppet, but not a puppet, just a mask, So I'm gonna add some glue, same way. I'm gonna press it down. I want it to stick. You might want to add some tape for some reinforcements, but that is our finished lion. So now we made the lion's mane and our little ears. So I'm going to stop sharing. Leave that there if you need to pause what it looks like and stop sharing. So you can see what it looks like. So this is, obviously this paper plate is quite small for my face. I might need to use like a normal size paper plate for it to truly work, but you get the idea. There you go. Now you look like a lion. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's craft, enjoyed learning about Alfre Woodard, and of course, reading about Board on Broadway. And of course, we will see you guys for the next installment of Discovery Day soon. Bye, everyone.